is building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was taken down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 20-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Wilson to the Seahawks, looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 40. Go, 14. One pass. Let him know. Switch.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. Wilson.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
The tackle made by...
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
Check 55, Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Leighton Vander Esch on the tackle. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
We're scoreless after 1.
First quarter with no score.
2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they come up now 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
44 is the mark. 44 is the mark.
Here's Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play. Just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
2-yard gain on the play.
And Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 40 now on second down, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 40 now on second down, Wilson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down now. It's Elliott, and he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
6-yard line.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
For the point after.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Their own 37-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 57 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Dallas. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Seahawks 7. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Wilson dancing to his left. Left side complete to Lockett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 37 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Myers for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Jason Myers to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy. 1 for the set, boy. 10 is not the left. And I'm clean to the bed until we all got them buckets.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 75 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
14, 14, run it. Don't say nothing. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Final play of the half. It's Wilson going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
At the 49-yard line.
This is Carson. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
44's the mic, 44's the mic. Check, check.
They run it with Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Woods with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Match by 4. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Again, it's Elliott. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
To give to Ezekiel Elliott.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it's 3rd down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a 2nd down and 6. 10th carry now for Elliott. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
This will make it into the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
15-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to second.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Steps away, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Prescott, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
5-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, this game's over.
Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Cowboys 42, Seahawks 20. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Touch 50, touch 50. Tie your right. You got 4. You got 4. Touch 4.
To throw again is Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 45 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Prescott here to throw. He'll fire deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.